everyone, welcome to Pickups Video episode 5. Now this week I've been thinking of a name. Been thinking of Planet Retro. So let me know what you think about that. I can design a logo and stuff for it. Just need to know if people think that that's a good name or not. So yeah, Planet Retro. Right, as for this week, let's see what I've been playing. So first up, the other night, I had the Nameless Gamer over. We played a few 2-player games. First game we come across, Star Wars Racer Revenge. It's a PS2 game, released in 2002. It's a 1 or 2 player racing game. Fight to the finish at 600 miles per hour. It's 13 courses across 5 different worlds. Now, this game was pretty tough. Not gonna lie. The damage, you don't have to take a lot of damage before you blow up. I never actually finished one of the games we played. Unlike the Nameless Gamer, who was sober, I must add. Managed to finish one of the levels and he actually got a new record on it. Yeah, you fight, I think there's about 18 other bots in the race. And it's just like a racing game. But we enjoyed it. It was really fun. Complete. Yeah. Star Wars Racer Revenge. Next up, we played Time Splitters, the original one for the PS2. I do actually have 2 and 3. Not got around to playing them yet. But yeah, this was released in 2000, and it's a first-person shooter. Play 1 or 2 players. 9 levels. Due to the title Time Splitters, you play cross-related levels between 1935 to 2035. 2-player mode we played was pretty fun. We had to capture the other team's suitcase and bring it back to ours. It's like zombies and stuff you got to kill and other enemies. It's pretty hard. But yeah, it plays just like 007 GoldenEye for the N64. And I love that game. It's up to 4 players on it. And I think you've got to have a system for that. I know you can play it with multi-tab adapter. Yeah. Time Splitters for the PS2. Really recommend it. Next up was a game that says it's 2 players. Destroy All Humans 2 for the PS2. Make war, not love. It does actually show a 2-player bit, but I don't know how you get into it. You literally turn the game on and it chucks you straight into the first level, which is only 1 player. But yeah, it was released in 2006. It's an action adventure. It's based in 1969. You play as Crypto, which is obviously this alien guy. And you're for some reason the President of the United States and you're fighting the Soviet Union all across the world. And I'm guessing the aim of the game is just to destroy all the humans. So yeah, it's complete. I didn't show that with Time Splitters, but Time Splitters is actually complete as well. Just quickly show you that now. Go. Next up, got a Wii game. Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz. It's a Sega release from 2006. It's a platform game. You can play 1 to 4 players. It's got 100 levels for the main game and 50 mini games. Great for parties, a few beers. You probably won't be able to control it very well with the motion control, but yeah. The main game, the object of the game is to collect bananas and get to the goal in as quick as time as possible. So yeah. Complete. Super Monkey Ball for the win. Next up, we've got some proper retro. Got some NES games. First up, Russian Attack by Konami. Released in 1988. It's a run and gun, 2 players. You play alternative turns, 2 players, not at the same time. You climb ladders, jump over mines. Enemies run at you. They don't seem to have any weapons, what I've found so far. But if they run into you, you die. I don't quite know where you get the guns from. On the first level you start off with as a knife. You can't chuck it or anything, you just sort of like stab the opponents with it. Yeah, I don't think it's a very long game. I think it takes about 15-20 minutes to beat it if you know what you're doing. But obviously I didn't, and my 15-20 minutes went into it and I didn't even get past the first level. But I'll get around to beating it one day. It's on the list. Russian Attack. Next up, Match Rider. Which is one of the original Black Label releases from 1987. It's a 1-player motorbike combat game. Racing as well. There's 3 different game modes. Got a fighting mode where you basically you're still racing, but enemies crash into the back of you and you die. But when they go in front you can shoot them. There's an endurance mode, which is a time style racing one with the element of fighting in it as well. And then there's a solo game, which is basically just racing to get as best time as possible. You get like, I think the first level was 200 seconds to beat 22 kilometers or something. It's pretty easy if you ask me. But yeah, pretty good. Probably get into that a bit more. Didn't quite like the fighting style of it, but the solo racing one was pretty good. Next up, The Goonies 2 for NES. Which I can't quite understand if it's based on the movie or not. I'm not too sure. Because it's a 1-player, released in 1988. It's a Metroidvania platform style game. You play as Mike. He explores several different zones. It's an open world. You venture around, going into different doors in different levels. Some of them have got warp zones in them and you teleport to different zones. Each zone is different enemies on it. I don't quite know what other weapons you get, but you start with like ball on a string basically. It's like a slingshot thing, but it just comes back to you. But from reading the reviews, I think you find other weapons. I think you can think there's a boomerang or something getting it. But yeah, just need to try and figure out what you got to do in it, because I just kept getting lost. So yeah, the Goonies, it's not bad, worth a play. Last up for this week, one of the better games on the NES, Mega Man 2, Capcom release. Now Mega Man 2 was released in 1990. It's a one-player action platformer. We've got 8 stages, each with their own unique bosses and level styles. I played like a water level. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Had some frogs that spat some other little frogs out at me. But at the end of each level you fight a robot controlled by Dr. Wily, known as Robot Masters, and each one of them has got different styles of combat. You got like, there's a water one, a grass one, a metal one, one that does speed, and they've all got their own different unique weapons. So it's kind of a strategy one as well, because you have to know what order to beat them in, because once you beat the boss you can use that, like the special power that that robot has. So there's like a sky one, and he fires like a tornado. So then when you fight the grass one, he puts like the trees one, he puts a barrier up of like leaves. So if you beat the tornado one already, you can use that power to blow the leaves out of the way to get to him. But yeah, pretty good game. Not got far into it. Pretty hard, but I'll get around to beating it. So yeah, Mega Man 2. That's everything for this week. So once again, let me know what you think of the Planet Retro name. And as always, like, comment, share, subscribe. And I'll see you next Tuesday.